excitement, the emotion, the passion, epic highlights,
one-handed catch,
inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports. Here's your host, Todd Freed.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports as we kick things off with a powerhouse matchup between the Atascocita Eagles and the 9-time state champion Cardae Tigers. Atascocita entered the game ranked number 8 in the state, while Cardae was looking to bounce back from a rare season-opening defeat a week earlier.
Atascocita Eagles onto the field, electrifying setting for a powerhouse matchup at Turner Stadium in Humble. Atascocita early, C.J. Toney, 3-yard touchdown, 7-0. Eagles again, snap to Isaiah Reed, hands to Cardae Mack, who throws to Brian Manuel, then nice move, 37-yard touchdown, 14-3 Eagles after one. In the second, Jackson Franklin finds Favo George for Cardae, touchdown, 14-10. But back comes Atascocita. Cardae Mack goes deep to Brian Manuel, has it, 50-yard touchdown, 24-13 Eagles at half. In the third quarter, Mack again, quick outlet to C.J. Toney. Toney down the sidelines, 31-yard touchdown, 31-13 Atascocita. Still in the third, another Mack attack. Cardae fires to Keldrick Jenkins, back of the end zone, diving catch, touchdown, 38-13 for Cardae. Tremaine Hill had a big night on the carry. He breaks it 37 yards for the touchdown. It's 38-20. But the Eagles answer. It's Mack. Finds Brian Manuel again, 28 yards. Mack's 5th touchdown pass of the night. 45-20 after 3. In the fourth, Hill scores. He rushed for over 200 yards. But it was too much Cardae Mack. This time, he keeps, runs left, and then breaks it back the other way right there. A 78-yard touchdown. Mack accounts for 6 touchdowns, over 400 yards of offense against Cardae. Eagles win big, 52-33. Westfield Mustangs pumped up, facing the Hightower Hurricanes. First quarter, DeMarcus Riasco for Westfield on the carry. He rumbles all the way to the 1-yard line, set up a touchdown and a 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, Riasco again powers his way over one defender and another. 14-yard touchdown, 13-2 Westfield at half. In the third, Hurricanes. Kylan Davis keeps and scores, 13-8. Back come the Mustangs. DeMonte Ford on the carry. He takes it, then breaks a tackle, and Ford is gone. 53 yards, and Westfield went up 22-8. In the fourth quarter, same score. Davis for Hightower to the end zone. His pass is tipped and then caught by Lee Reeves for the touchdown. 22-15, 8:20 to go. Late in the fourth, Hurricanes down by 10. Davis back to throw to Corey Robertson. 50-yard touchdown, 25-22, 3:20 remaining in the game. Hightower gets it back, 20 seconds remaining. Davis scrambles, heaves it, and Lee Reeves makes the catch at the 7-yard line. 13 seconds to go. They forego a game-time field goal and go for the win. It's Davis on the snap, and look at this. He scores the game-winning touchdown in the final seconds. Hightower pulls out a wild one, 29-25.
Now another terrific early season matchup had College Park against Klein Cain. Park scored 73 points in a season-opening victory a week earlier, while Cain lit up the scoreboard for 48 points a week ago. The point being, it had all the makings of an offensive showcase Friday night.
College Park cheerleaders had loads to cheer about. First quarter, Camden Hughes fires to a wide-open Julian Cromartie, 60-yard score, 10-7, College Park. Klein Kane does take the lead. Jerron Lewis, 3-yard score, 14-10 Hurricanes. But back comes College Park. Hughes, what a night, completes to Jordan Stiles. Great fake, and Stiles blazes 71 yards for the touchdown, 17-14 Cavaliers. Still in the first, handoff to Duke Stevens, who gives to Stiles on the reverse, back to Hughes, who throws to Brian Snodgrass, touchdown, 24-14. In the second quarter, Cavs driving, Hughes to the end zone, and Jordan Stiles with the great diving catch, 32-yard touchdown. Watch it again. Jordan Stiles goes up there and makes the spectacular catch. Still in the second quarter, here's Hughes, this time on the scramble, and he runs it in for the touchdown, 38-21, Cavs at half. In the third quarter, Hughes again. He finds Julian Cromartie, who maintains his balance, slips a tackle, and then takes off. One man to beat at the 5, and he beats him 65 yards, 45-21. Then it's Hughes again. Duke Stevens for the touchdown. Camden Hughes accounts for 7 touchdowns and over 500 yards of offense in the 58-21 victory for College Park. Here come the Manville Mavericks hosting Barbers Hill. Eagles soar early. Brady Barrier goes deep to Trip Davis. He won't trip up Trip. He goes 70 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Eagles. Then in the second quarter, Barrier back to throw. He fires a strike to Anthony Bennett. He has it down to the 15-yard line. And then, this is pretty, Barrier to the back of the end zone. Gardner pulls, touchdown. Wow, 18-0 Eagles. Manville cuts the lead. Kenneth Malone Hayes on the handoff, up the middle, touchdown, 18-7. Still in the second quarter, Eagles, Barrier again. There's no barriers when he uncorks it. Finds Trip Davis, 72-yard touchdown. It's 24-7 Eagles. Later in the half, Barrier gives to Tyler Giller, who throws to Anthony Bennett, touchdown, 33-7 Barbers Hill. Just before half, Jayden Brown on the give up the gut, and it's a gut wrencher for Barbers Hill. An 80-yard touchdown that cuts the lead to 33-13 Eagles at the half. Fans, though, have something to cheer about. In the third, Manville, Chris Clark on the carry. Clark will not be denied. Touchdown, 33-21. Later in the fourth, Manville driving, down 40-28. Jayden Brown to the end zone. Ball comes free, a mad scramble, and Noah Cantu recovers. Touchdown, Manville, 40-35. Mavericks get it back. 1:40 to go in the game. Near midfield, down by 5. Cam Renfro has it, spins, but he loses it, and it's recovered by Barbers Hill. Anthony Burns with the recovery, and the Eagles win a wild one. 40-35 is the final.
It's now called the Southside Classic, a classic boasting a matchup of tradition-rich rivals in Madison and the Jack Yates Lions. Both teams were coming off season-opening victories, with Yates looking to beat Madison for the third straight season.
Helmet to helmet, the Jack Yates Lions getting ready for the rival matchup against Madison, the Southside Classic. Opening kickoff of the game for Madison, Dontrell Paco Fisher breaks it and takes off for an apparent 75-yard touchdown. But hold everything, because it's holding on the play, no touchdown. So Yates jumps on top. Quarterback Christopher Brown fakes, slips a tackle, then he gets the touchdown. 7-0, Lions on top. Second quarter, more Lions. Joshua Wallace up the middle, touchdown. 14-0, Yates on top. Lions now. Brown again. Nifty move right there. And then he races 18 yards for the touchdown, 21-0. Marlins come back. Denzel Bloodworth fires to Fisher, who races his way 47 yards for the touchdown. They got a two-pointer, 21-8. But on the ensuing kickoff, Jordan Simmons takes it, breaks it left, and down the sidelines he goes. 72-yard touchdown return, and it's 28-8, Lions on top. Then Michael Johnson in for the score. Yates wins 34-8. They're now 2-0 on the season. More football is ahead, including dominant victories for these Randall Lions and from the very same district, these Iowa Colony Pioneers. Also, it's off to LaPorte to honor these Bulldogs as our team of the week. Plus, we'll head to C.E. King to meet our Academy Coach of the Week. And later, it's an amazing edition of the Plays of the Week.
Yes!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Rosen's on Todd. Touchdown, Texas!
Any gate can be a tailgate.
Hi, we're the Andersons. We switched to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. The savings?
An absolute shift load.
Pete, our daughter should hear about this shift. There's up to 20 hours a day when electricity is super cheap.
So we shifted when we run the dishwasher, do the laundry, blast the AC, and when we saw the savings, holy S-H-I...
She's 8, Pete. She can spell. Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
And shift yourself.
Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. With a 55-0 victory over Foster in its season opener, defending 5A Division II state champion Randall picked up right where it left off last season. The Lions were back in action Thursday night to face the Elsick Rams.
There's the Elsick Rams facing the defending 5A D2 state champion Randall Lions. Lions dominated. Landon Williams-Callis, early on, easy touchdown, 7-0. Very next carry for Landon Williams-Callis. Only place he's landed is in the end zone. Blazes his way, 75 yards for the touchdown, 14-0, Randall. Nice play here for the Elsick Rams. Caden Mendenhall back to throw, fires to Dejon Patterson, and the touchdown. But Randall takes total command. Tyler Skrabanek to throw, fires to Kamar Chavez. Nice twisting catch to the one, sets up a touchdown. Still in the second, Skrabanek to Judah and Amobi. That's down to the 1 yard line. That would also set up the score right here. Skrabanek, nice fake to Ashton Johnson, touchdown. Randall rolls 64-6. They've won 18 consecutive games. Out of the Giant Cougar, here come the Crosby Cougars, facing the state-ranked Iowa Colony Pioneers. Early on for the Pioneers, quarterback Carson White back to throw, goes deep, and Braylon Watts lays out. What a great diving catch. That will set up White. Back to throw, can't find anyone, so he goes 11 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Pioneers. Later in the first, Pioneers again. White rolls, finds a wide open Christian Mensah touchdown, 14-0. Crosby, Robinson to Nehemiah Jordan, slips a tackle, and Jordan is gone. 63 yards, it's 14-7. But ensuing kickoff, Jayden Warren runs it left side, gets some nice blocks, and Warren turns on that speed. He runs a 10-100. Blazes his way, 82 yards, 21-7. Later in the half, more Pioneers. White to Aaron Tenner, 12-yard touchdown. Pioneers win big, 42-17.
Last week here on the show, we highlighted a thrilling victory for the LaPorte Bulldogs over the rival Deer Park Deer before over 9,000 fans at the Bulldogs' magnificent new football stadium. A magnificent win that's earned LaPorte our nod as the Stellar Bank Team of the Week.
As the LaPorte Bulldogs charged onto the field for the 65th border battle against the neighboring rival Deer Park Deer, they did so under the lights of the all-new $56 million Bulldog Stadium, providing an incredible setting for a rivalry already rich with tradition.
I tell people all the time, you won't ever experience anything like LaPorte and Deer Park. It's one of the biggest high school rivalries that you'll ever experience.
How would you describe the atmosphere here Friday night?
It was crazy. I couldn't hear hardly. A few times I jumped offside because I couldn't hear. But it's always good to just experience that Friday Night Lights.
But beyond all the hoopla, the game itself saw the visiting Deer jump to a 17-0 first quarter lead, which only set the stage for an electrifying comeback by the Bulldogs, sparked in big part by this 64-yard touchdown run by sophomore Sean Simon, who rushed for 297 yards and 2 touchdowns on the night.
Without my linemen, I'm nothing. They put their bodies on the line for me. They go all out for practice for me, and without them, I just wouldn't be anything.
Meantime, fellow running back Ashton Ruffin was off and running all night long as well for LaPorte, piling up 194 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, including the ultimate go-ahead 36-yard score with just over 3 minutes to play in the game.
It meant a lot. Coach calls a trap play. I'm like, shoot, this is my time to show them what I can do. I haven't run the ball in 2 years. This is what I can show them what I can do.
And what the Bulldogs did in its first home game in 3 seasons was pull out a remarkable 35-31 come from behind victory.
How long do you think you'll remember this game?
Oh, I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It's one of the biggest games that I've been a part of.
It was pretty surreal, but we talk about playing till the end, playing 4 quarters, and in the end, we did what it took to win.
And we are here on campus at this magnificent new stadium. Along with the Bulldogs, I'm joined by Tanya Lotta of Stellar Bank.
Coach, congrats on a great win. I present you this plaque as Stellar Bank's Team of the Week.
All right!
Party!
When you run a business, you face opportunities and encounter challenges. Some can be quite daunting. That's why it's important to have a dependable partner that can quickly provide smart, tailored solutions to help meet any need that arises. To keep your business headed in the right direction. Stellar Bank, helping our neighbors thrive.
You'd be better off using a push broom with the energy prices these days.
Always switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan. Just shift when you blast your AC, use your laundry, or even this leaf blower to when electricity's super cheap and pile up the savings.
No shift.
Yes, shift. Rhythm has the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Up to 20 hours a day, man.
I think I might shift myself.
Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. In his first game as the first-year head coach of the CE King Panthers, head coach Corey Laxon guided his Panthers to a most impressive victory over the perennial powerhouse Westfield Mustangs. Great first impression for sure, as we recognize CE King's Corey Laxon as our Academy Sports and Outdoors Coach of the Week.
Your guys go on the road against a perennial powerhouse and win decisively. What about the way these guys rose to the occasion?
Our senior leadership this year is ridiculous. We got a lot of seniors that are very active in the community. They're very active in the locker room, making sure this locker room stays put. It didn't surprise me that these kids rose to the occasion.
On offense for you guys, another sensational game for running back Deion Sims. What about him?
Deion is remarkable. You know, we have a lot of kids, you know, that are just great. Deion, he actually gets to put his name out there because he carries the ball a lot, but he played with a chip on his shoulder on Thursday, and it truly showed, and it rubbed off to all the other kids, and I'm just hoping that chip stays on his shoulder for the weeks to come.
Defensively, you hold a great team like Westfield to under 200 yards. What about those guys?
Our coaches, they work so hard. You know, we do pursuit drill every day. I know I'm the one getting interviewed, but our coaches need to get all the credit.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it.
So as a first-year head coach with the Panthers, what are you trying to instill in this program?
Just change the culture. Just get these kids believing they can win and they can compete with anybody. We have some of the best athletes in Houston, and it's our job as coaches to make sure they get an opportunity to showcase their skills Thursday and Friday nights. We take a lot of pride into making sure our game plans revolve around making sure our athletes get the football.
Touchdown, Panthers, number 13, Jayden.
Yes!
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Throws end zone, Todd. Touchdown, Texas.
Any gate can be a tailgate.
When you run a business, it's not always easy to get where you want to go. That's why it's good to have a dependable partner nearby. One that understands the local environment and is always ready and available to help. So your business can take off. Stellar Bank, helping our neighbors thrive.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, where the rhythm is about to get you as our Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week.
Barbers Hill quarterback Brady Barrier, huge night versus Manville. This is pretty. Garner pulls, touchdown. Barrier again, goes long, uncorks it to Trip Davis, and that a spectacular 72-yard touchdown. Same game for the Manville Mavericks. It's Jayden Brown up the gut. And then Brown turns on the speed, and he goes 80 yards for the touchdown run. But Barbers Hill wins a thriller. Westfield versus Hightower. Westfield's DeMonte Ford on the carry. He breaks a tackle, and Ford motors his way to a 53-yard touchdown. Same game, only 20 seconds remaining. Hightower down by 3. Kylan Davis scrambles, heaves it, and Lee Reeves makes the catch at the 7-yard line. So, only 13 seconds to play. Hightower goes for the game winner, and Davis takes the snap, and he runs it in for the game-winning touchdown. What a finish. Randall Lyons, Landon Williams-Callis on the carry, and you're not going to catch Landon as he blazes his way 75 yards in the route over Elsick. Incredible night for Atascocita's Cardae Mack against Katy. Fires to Keldrick Jenkins and the diving catch. Same game. Mack accounted for 6 touchdowns and over 400 yards of offense, including the spectacular 75-yard touchdown run as he breaks it back the other way in the big win over Katy. Iowa Colony Pioneers quarterback Carson White goes long, and Braylon Watts with the spectacular diving catch. Same game. Pioneers Jayden Warren on the return, takes it at the 8 and breaks it left. And look at Jayden Warren. He gets some blocks, turns on the speed, and all the way for the touchdown, and the Pioneers win. Incredible night for College Park quarterback Camden Hughes. Accounts for 7 touchdowns, including that beauty to Jordan Stiles. Watch it again. What a catch by Stiles. What a throw, and what a night for Camden Hughes. Your Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week.
All right, great rhythm for sure. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Todd Freed. We'll see you next time on H-Town High School Sports.
Hi, we're the Andersons. We switched to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. The savings?
An absolute shift load.
Pete, our daughter should hear about this shift. There's up to 20 hours a day when electricity is super cheap.
So we shifted when we run the dishwasher, do the laundry, blast the AC, and when we saw the savings, holy SHI.
She's 8, Pete. She can spell. Switch to Rhythm Energy's Power Shift plan to get the lowest daytime energy rate in Texas. Go to rhythmenergy.com/shift to start saving.
And shift yourself.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Wait.
Here we go. Boom.
Wait.
First down. Let's go.
Rosen's on top. Touchdown, Texas.
Any gate can be a tailgate.